Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone. My name is Muhammad Rasmi bin Muhammad Syahid. I am from Group 11. This is my group members, which is Muhammad Amir Ashraf bin Abdul Alim, Nurul Syafiqah binti Ahmad Sukri, Muhammad Alamin Syafizal bin Muhammad Syaimi. We will present about topic 10, implementing strategies, operations issues. Next. For matching structure with strategy, changes in strategy lead to change in organizational structure. Structure should be designed to facilitate the strategic pursuit of a firm. Without a strategy or reasons, companies find it difficult to design an effective structure. Next. There is no one optimal organizational design structure for a given strategy or type of organization. What is appropriate for one organization may not be appropriate for other similar firm. As organizations grow, their structures generally change from simple to complex. Next. For example, consumer goods companies tend to emulate the divisional structure by product form of organization. Small firms tend to be functionally structured, which is centralized. Medium-sized firm, which is decentralized, and large firm use a strategic business unit (SBU) or matrix structure. The symptom of an ineffective organizational structure is too many levels of management, too many meetings attended by too many people, too much attention being directed towards solving interdepartmental conflicts, too large a span of control, too many unachieved objectives, and lastly, declining corporate or business performance. This is the 7 basic types of organizational structure. First, functional. Second, divisional by geographic area. Third, divisional by product or service. Fourth, divisional by customer. Fifth, divisional by process. Sixth, strategic business unit, SBU. And lastly, matrix. The functional structure is most widely used structure because it is the simplest and cheapest. A functional structure group tasks and activities by business function such as production, operation, or marketing, finance or accounting, research and development, and management information system. And this is the advantage of functional structure. First one is simple and inexpensive. Second, it promotes specialization of labor, encourage efficient use of managerial and technical talent, minimize the need of an elaborate control system, and lastly, allows rapid decision making. I will pass to the next members.
Okay, for the disadvantages, number one is forced accountability to the top. Second is minimize career development and opportunities. Third is low employee morals, line or staff conflicts. Next is poor delegation of authority, inadequate planning for product and markets, and finally leads to communication problems. Next. Okay, for this is the divisional structure. The divisional or decentralized structure is the second most common type, and the divisional structure can be organized in one of four ways, which is by geographic area, product or services, by customer, and by process. Next. Okay, the advantages of divisional structure is the first is accountability is clear. Second, create career development opportunities for managers, allows local control of situations. And the third is leads to a competitive climate within an organization and allows new businesses and product to be added easily. Next. The disadvantages of divisional structure, which is costly for a number of reasons, the reason is there exists duplication of staff, services, facilities, and personnel. Second is managers must be well qualified, better qualified, individual require higher salary. And the third one is competition between division also lead to limited sharing of idea and resources for the common goods of the firm. Next. Okay, divisional by geographic area. So the divisional by geographic area is suitable for organization whose strategies need to be tailored to fit the particular need and characteristic of customer in different geographic area. Second one is it is also suitable for organization that have similar branch facilities located in widely dispersed areas. And the third one is it allows local participation in decision making and also improve coordination within a region. Next. Okay, divisional by product or services. Divisional by product or services is most effective when specific products or services need special emphasis. Widely used when an organization offers only a few products or services, or when an organization product or services differ greatly. The third one, it also allows strict control and attention to product line, but also require more skill management force and reduce top management control. Next. Okay, divisional by customer. So basically the divisional by customer is when a few major customers are of paramount importance and many different services are provided to this customer. It also allows an organization to cater effectively to the requirements of clearly defined customer groups. For example, book publishing company often organize their activity around customer groups. And the second example is airlines company have two major customer division, passenger and freight or cargo services. Next. Oh, divisional by process. So divisional by process is similar to a functional structure as activities are organized according to the way work is actually performed. It also, the difference between these two designs is that functional departments are not accountable for profit or revenues, whereas divisional process departments are evaluated on this criteria. Okay, next I will pass to the next presenter.
Strategic business unit. As the number, size, and diversity of division in an organization increase, controlling and evaluation divisional operating become more difficult for strategy. In multi-divisional organization and SBU structure can greatly facilitate strategy implementation effort. Next. For SBU group, similar division and delegate authority and responsibility for each unit to a senior executive who report directly to the CEO. In 100 division organization, the division could be regrouped into 10 SBU according to certain common characteristic competing in the same industry. being located in the same area or having the same customer. Next. For the disadvantage, require an additional layer of management which increase salary expenses. The role the group vice president is often ambiguous. And for the advantage, improve coordinate and accountability, test or planning and controlling by the corporate office in more manageable. For the example, they recognized in 2009 in two SBU, consumer product and commercial. Dell delete the geographic division within its consumer product segment. Add 3 units in its commercial segment, large enterprise, public sector, and small and mid-sized business. For the metric structure, most complex because it depends upon both vertical and horizontal flow and authority and communication. Hence the term metric. In contrast, functional and divisional structure depends primarily on vertical flow of authority and communication. Despite complexity is widely used in construction, research, healthcare, and defense. Next. For the metric structure, disadvantage can result is higher overhead because it's more management position. Contribute to overall complexity include dual line and budget authority, dual source of reward and punishment, shared authority, dual reporting channel, a need for an extensive and effective communication system. For the metric structure advantage, project objectives are clear, many channels of communication, workers can see the visible result of their work. Shutting down the project is easily accomplished. Facilitate the use of specialist personnel, equipment, and facility. Functional resource and share instead of duplicated as in divisional structure. Next. For the new strategy are often market drive and dictated by competitive force. That's why changing firm culture to fit a new strategy is usually more effective than changing a strategy to fit an existing culture. That's all. Next presenter.
Okay, we continue with the creating a strategy supportive culture. The first one is technique used to alter an organization culture. First is requirement, training, transfer, promotion, and second is restructuring, modeling, positive reinforcement, and mentoring. The third is revising vision and mission. Fourth is redesigning physical space and facade. And five, altering reward system, altering organizational policy, procedure, and practice. Next is production process constitute more than 70% of a firm total asset. The next is a major part of the strategy implementation process takes place at the production site. Next is production related decision have a dramatic impact on the success or failure of strategy implementation effort. Next is production operation concern when implementing strategies. First one is production related decision. First point is plant size or plant location. The second is product design, choice of equipment. And the third is site of inventory, inventory control, quality control, and cost control. Next is job specialization and employee training. Then equipment and resource utilization, shipping and packaging. Last is technological innovation. This is the human resource concern when implementing strategies. First is more companies are using full loss to cut costs as an alternative to laying off employees. Strategic responsibility of the HR manager. Assessing the staffing needs to and costs for proposed alternative strategies. Developing a staffing plan for effectively implementing strategies. Motivate employees during a time when layoffs are common and workloads are high. And next is labor cost saving tactics. First is salary freeze. Next, salary reduction. Reduct employee benefit. Reduct employee week. Mandatory full lock. Hire temporary instead of full-time employees. Hire contract employees instead of full-time employees. Hard production for 3 days a week, such as Toyota Motor is doing to this. Next is layoff, early retirement, and last, reducing or eliminating bonus. And next is HR problem that arise during strategy implementation are usually due to disruption of social and political structure, failure to match individual aptitudes with implementation tasks. Next, inadequate top management support for implementation activities. Human resource concern when implementing strategies. The best method for preventing and overcoming HR problem in SM is to actively involve as many managers and employees as possible in the process. Although time consuming, this approach would understand trust commitment. That's all from my group. Thank you.